afternoon. Thank you all for coming. The occasion for this Fair Trade Fiesta that we've chosen to call it this afternoon is the publication and release of Taos's first Fair Trade Directory, which is a pamphlet that contains information about the concept of fair trade, the certifying organizations, the fact that the town of Taos is a fair trade town, and also contains listings of over 50 local businesses and organizations that in one way or another support fair trade in the Taos area. So we're real happy to be able to release this directory today. I want to especially thank the Fair Trade Town Committee members who worked diligently on this over the last about 6 months. Katie Thomas from Moxie, Anita Bringus, who did all the design and layout work for us today, Sid Backer from Sid's Food Market, who's not able to be here today, Glenn Pike, who's with It's Happening in Taos, Rocky Schuster, the pastor of St. James Episcopal Church. Then I'm Steve Gloss from Sustaining Cultures, and Howard Waitskin from UNM. All right. In the town of Taos, and we also are in the process of getting a small grant from the Fair Trade Towns campaign. So thanks to all of those folks. So if you haven't already picked up your copy of the directory, please help yourself to one on the table. There's also a lot of other information available about fair trade, and we're happy to have several vendors here, Sustaining Cultures, Star Interiors, and Moxie, displaying fair trade products that you can look at your leisure. If you have friends who didn't know about this event, or friends who did but couldn't make it, people who would benefit from having a copy of the Fair Trade Directory, please pass along the information that it's available, and we'll be happy to answer any questions about the directory.
That was my next question. How many products on there?
The whole purpose of this directory is to communicate that to yourself and people in the community of all the wonderful products there are in Taos that are fair trade, and it's everything from bedding at Toto Home to these beautiful interior designs at Star Interiors to handmade baskets and gifts at Moxie, and there's dozens and dozens of businesses within this directory that provide a myriad of different fair trade products, and it goes far beyond coffee and tea and chocolate, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. Well, we're doing our part in our quarter of the world I think we could do what we can here in our community and in our backyards and support our local businesses in that. And every purchase that we make here affects those farmers and affects those companies that are in Peru and Mexico and all the other places. So I think a really important first step is to make wise and informed decisions about what we're buying and what we're consuming here, and the effects will trickle out.
October every year is Fair Trade Month in the United States, and so this year the committee, during the month of October, we did an event called Fair Trade Shop Hop, in which there were 7 local businesses: Sid's, Coffee Cats, Moxie, Dante's Pool Hall. Maybe surprised to know that they offer fair trade coffee and tea. Sustaining Cultures, Fun Peak, which is a new family-oriented fun place on the south end of town, and Mud and Flood participated in this so-called shop hop. And what you had to do to become eligible to win the grand prize in this event was to go to each of these businesses, receive some kind of a little fair trade token or sample, and get your card verified, and then turn that in at the end of the month. And we had a lot of people pick up cards. We only had one person who completed all 7. We're very grateful for that. She's here today. And the first prize for the Fair Trade Shop Hop is a basket with $100 worth of fair trade products donated by these participating merchants. So I want to ask Lana Green to come up and get her prize.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm a former environmental education teacher, and lot of things with eco-justice and all kinds of things.
Okay.
With ministry too, so.
All right.
Well aware of what it's about.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was
Thanks for
fun to
coming
do
out.
it and buy things.
This is one small step at a time. Anyway, I said Taos Roasters. I want to also thank Sid's Food Market for donating some of the supplies on the table over there. And if you haven't already had your fair trade coffee or tea or hot cocoa or a piece of chocolate, help yourself.